We've taken a short detour south of the Lincoln Highway to Templeton, a small town with a big spirit that's become nationally known for its age-old rye whiskey. Let's take a look around.
We're here in the visitor center, more specifically the museum, where we kind of really dig into the history and everything behind Templeton, the town, and the people, and the whiskey.
This place is amazing. There is a lot here. What is the story of Templeton?
1882 is when town started. So we start in the museum here talking about some of that early history, how people came to town, and then we start moving along throughout the 1920s, Prohibition. Times got tough, the Great Depression hits, so that kind of comes into why did we start making this whiskey? Had to make some money, had to feed our families. So people thought, well, let's make some whiskey, let's start selling it. People made it for years and years after Prohibition ended. And then in 2006, made it legally, we'll call it, when Templeton really started here at the distillery when we started making our whiskey. So we got a lot more going on in the other buildings behind us. Do you want to go over there and see how it's all made?
Yes, let's go.
Perfect, let's go.
Well, Brooke, welcome to the Templeton Distillery.
Thank you for having me. Tell me about this place.
So this place was built in 2018. We could do essentially 8,500 barrels a year. That equates to about 400,000 cases of whiskey. Right now we're doing a low rye bourbon. So the mash bill is 75% corn, 17% rye, and 8% malted barley. So the corn comes in, we put it in the silo. We'll go ahead, we'll grind it, and we'll add our rye, we'll cook it, we'll cool it, and then we ferment it for 4.5 to 5.5 days.
And then it goes into the barrels. Where does that happen? Where do the barrels go?
So we have two warehouses. We actually filled one up and we had to build another warehouse. So the barrels will sit in a row for 4, 6, 10 years.
So after the whiskey or the rye sits, then it's bottled right away here?
Yep. We'll dump it, we'll go ahead, I'll process it, and then we put it in bottling tanks and then it's bottled right here on site.
So this is the bottling phase. Tell me what's going on here.
Right now I'm putting 8 bottles on a piece on a turntable. They go down to the rinsing station right behind me.
Okay.
So it just rinses everything out. And from there, it goes on to fill the bottles with the whiskey. And then moves on to our corker, which automatically corks it on by itself. And then it goes down to our labeler. And then it goes down to our sleever that sleeves it on. And then it goes down to where our boxes are at down there that put them in the box.
Every once in a while you might get one with a wrinkle, but not very often, but we want to make sure they're perfect before we put them in the box.
So your quality control down here.
If you want to say that, okay.
Brooke, well, welcome to our tasting room.
Thank you.
This is where we end our tours, so we can try a few different whiskeys here. We will start with our Templeton Rye 6-year Town Reserve. Only confined here in Templeton, was aged right here in Templeton. We can start with it here now. First, take a little smell. And kind of get a little bit of the rye spice coming out, a little bit of the sweetness coming off the nose. Then we can go ahead and take a sip out of it. Here you should get a little bit of the black pepper spice flavor. A little bit of caramel, a little bit of butterscotch on the finish, really warms you up.
Burns. Yeah, but you taste that caramel in this one.
I always say the 2 seconds after you drink is the best flavor you'll get.
Yeah.
The finish really gets that nice sweetness coming out. You get a lot of that flavor from the barrel because you get about 75% of your flavor from the barrel.
It's been really fun to see your operation here, to see how it's made, how it's bottled, and how you enjoy it. It seems like it's really important bringing people here to experience it, right?
Oh, absolutely. We love showing off our small town hospitality, bringing people in from all over the world to come here to try our whiskey and to show them what we have here in our little town of 360 people.
Well, cheers to Templeton, right?
Yes, cheers.